Everybody make a fun of Trump and they say, it looked like he got a orange hair. Well, here's some orange for you to hear. You know, like the navel oranges that Florida grows. I want to remind you of Thanksgiving. Something I was thinking about before my mother passed away. He said, I thank God whom I serve as my ancestors did, like the Native American Indians, and some of the settlers were immigrants, some part German, Irish, and Indian. With a clear conscience, as night and day, I constantly remember you in my prayers, recalling your tears. Where there's tears, there's terrors, recalling your terrors, your tears that you cry. And I say, I long to see you so that I may be filled with joy. I'm reminded of your sincere faith, which first lived in your grandmother. Law is. You see, your grandmother's laws. The grandest of mothers is heaven. You see, sometimes it's the way you look at things to understand. The love of intelligent services. And in your mother, you see, who nice, who nice, always nice, all nice, you see, on us, you see, and the mother of heaven, which owns all of us, where God is, as I'm persuaded now, lives also in you, now lives in you also, you see, now lives in you also, you see, to sew the stitches for your eyes and ears, so that you might see and hear, all American love, special operation, the love of valuable education. When dealing with false teachers, keep reminding God's people of these things. Warn them before God against quarreling about words. In the different worlds, there's different words. Why quarrel of words? Because it all began with one word. In the beginning, let there be light, which means wisdom. I said this a long time ago. It is of no value and only ruins those who listen to quarrel about different worlds. Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved. Let's read that again together. Do your best to present yourself to God as one nation educators approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly handles the word of truth. That's the supreme law of the land that the forefathers talked about in the United States Constitution, so that all might remember and understand. Avoid the godless chatter, because those who indulge in it will become more and more ungodly. Their minds are wicked and warped. So I said we need a warp speed education. Their teaching will spread like gangrene. Among them are Hymenaeus and Philetus, fool letters, because they didn't know how to spell. So we try to teach people the English language. In America we have English and Spanish, and if you teach your children properly, there'll be good youth to become good Americans to say, yes, we can. Who have departed from the truth? Well, that's a question. You see the period there? But if you look at it, you look at real close, the age becoming adult in America is 18, and it's fair to ask the question, who have departed from the truth? The truth of how did the parents raise their children? And did the children listen and obey? don't be unruly children. As God said, hey, we got unruly children out there in the world. What are we going to do? They need some angels. You see, they say that the resurrection has already taken place, and they destroy the faith of some. What is the resurrection? Nevertheless, God's solid foundation stands firm, sealed with this inscription: the Lord knows those who are his, and everyone who confesses the name of the Lord must turn away from wickedness. And for this reason, we have the Ten Commandments in the Supreme Court of the United States, and on the Florida seal it says, "In God we trust," just like it does on the back of American money, and it is the federal motto. In God we trust. One nation educators. One nation for God.